Squirrel stomped our wine. So, last weekend, my cousin Gary and I decided it was high time we tried our hand at making homemade wine. We'd read somewhere that stomping grapes was the traditional, and therefore superior, method for crafting a fine vintage. Naturally, we figured we'd add a touch of authenticity to our endeavor. Armed with 2 crates of grapes and a large kiddie pool borrowed from Gary's neighbor, we set up our winemaking operation in my backyard. The plan was simple: mash the grapes, let them ferment, and hopefully end up with something slightly more drinkable than grape juice with a kick. Things started off well enough. We were having a blast, squishing grapes between our toes, and even began discussing our future in the wine industry, chateau backyard foot we would call it. However, our merriment hit a snag when Gary decided to take a break and left the pool unattended. Big mistake. Apparently, the local squirrel population had been observing our activities with keen interest, and the moment our backs were turned, they descended on the pool en masse, launching themselves into the grape-filled basin like it was a tiny, fruity mosh pit. At first, we were stunned, watching in disbelief as our backyard became the venue for what was arguably the world's first grape-stomping squirrel rave. It was like the squirrels had been waiting their entire lives for this moment. They were leaping, twirling, and chittering with what can only be described as unbridled joy. To make matters worse, Gary, in a fit of panic, tried to shoo them away with a broom, but only succeeded in sending a cascade of grapes and squirrels in every direction. It was chaos. Neighbors peeked over fences, some even pulling out their phones to record the spectacle, and I couldn't help but think this was going to end up on some viral video compilation titled "Wildlife Gone Wild." After what felt like an eternity of trying to reclaim our grape mash from the furry invaders, we finally managed to scare them off by blasting polka music from the garage. As the last of the squirrels scampered away, Gary and I were left standing ankle-deep in a mess of squashed grapes and tiny paw prints. Assessing the damage, Gary sighed and remarked, "Well, I guess we can officially say our wine has gone nuts."